believe you guys have gotten your writing materials ready. Okay, today we are going to be looking at our past questions based on the topics we've done before. So we are going to be looking at questions on the logical reasoning, approximations, and then we'll take one or two questions on the quadratic equation. Now, before we go into the class, I want you to invite your friends, let them know the class has started. Let's start with a good number. And don't forget, always share this video with your friends. Let's have a good number of students on this platform. Alright, and as you are joining, if you are new on this channel, ensure that you subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to tap the like button. Alright, so let every one of you get set for the class while we wait for others. So as you are joining the class, now I just want you to say hi, I'm ready for the class, so that we know the number of people that are around. Okay, let us see how many are available for the class. Alright, okay, here I think I can see okay, I can see Mayowa, I can see Riscott. Riscott, how are you? You are welcome to class. I'm excited seeing you. Okay, all right. Okay, so as you're joining the class, ensure you say hi, and you also ensure that you tap the like button. Okay, I can see Raji. Raji, you're welcome to class. Yes, Pamela, you're welcome to class. Okay. Yes. Toyosi, you're welcome to class. Riscott, okay, yes. Marinette, you're welcome to class. Odesoya, yes, I can see you. All right. Joseph, you're welcome to class. All right. Okay. Yes, I want to believe others will join as we go on with the class. All right. We are going to start with a very simple topic under approximation. So I've penciled out some questions that we're going to look at today. So I want every one of you to be active in today's class. I'll be asking questions, and as I ask you question, you ensure that you drop your answer in the comment section. Okay, I'm starting with this under approximation. Question 1. Correct 489.39572. Roman numeral 1, 2 decimal place. Roman numeral 2, 2 significant figure. Roman numeral 3, 4 significant figure. Roman numeral 4, nearest tenth, and 5, nearest 100. Okay, so yes, I want to believe you can all see the board, you can see the question. Okay, so now let's look at the first question we have here. We have 489.3957. Yes, now you have to correct this number to 2 decimal places. Now, how do you convert this number to 2 decimal places? Now, what you are expected to do is to count 2 digits after the decimal point. So you count 1, 2. Okay? After the decimal point, so you count 1, 2. Now, you are going to write everything here out. So this is what you're expected to write. 489.34. But before you write your answer, now you have to look at the next digit to the last digit you have. If it's up to 5, if it's up to 5, you increase the last digit here. If not, you throw away the remaining digits. Okay, I hope you understand that. Good. So, but now when you look at these digits now, it's up to 5. So then I have to increase these last digits. Okay, so now once I increase this by 1, so this turn to 10, so we write 0 and this becomes what? 4. Okay, so now we have 489.40. Okay, so that is 2 decimal places. So that's how to convert this number to 2 decimal places. Okay, now let's look at the second one. 489.3957 to 2 significant figures. 2 significant figures. Alright, so now let us look at the whole number here. The whole number here. Now, 4 is the first significant figure here. The second significant figure here is 8, followed by 9, followed by 3, followed by 9, and 5, 7. Right? So, but you have to correct to 2 significant figures. So, you count the first 2 significant figures. Okay, so please don't miss that with decimal places. So here we have 2 decimal places. We counted 2 digits after the decimal point. Now we are talking about significant figures. So this is the first 2 significant figures. We have 1, 2. So now you turn other digits to 0. But you only turn digits that are before the decimal point to 0. But those digits after the decimal point, you truncate them. Okay? Alright, so in this case now, 2 decimal places, 2 significant figure, we have 4 and 8. But the next digit to the last digit after the count is up to 5. So I have to increase this last digit by 1. So this is 4, 9. But then this digit 9 is before points, before the decimal point. So you have to turn it to 0. Alright, so this now becomes 0. So don't be tempted now to write 0.0000. All of these digits now, they are after the decimal point. So I'll truncate them. So I won't turn them to 0. I will only turn the digits that are before the decimal points to 0 after my count. Alright, so this is the answer to this problem. Alright, so that is 2 decimal places. Okay, now let's look at 4 significant figure. Correct 489.3957 to 4 significant figure. Now before I do that, I want you to try this, okay? Try this and drop your answer in the comment section. Okay, correct this number to 4 significant figures. So if you have your answer, drop it in the comment section and let's see what you have. Alright, so now while you are doing that, if you are new in this channel, please don't forget, ensure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you turn on your notification button, and don't forget to also tap the like button. Alright, thank you as you do that. Okay, so what do you have? Correct this number to 4 significant figures. So drop your answer in the comment section. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I can see okay, yes, Dara Simi, I can see your answer. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, Muturayo, you're welcome to class. What is your answer? All right, Pamela, yes, I can see your answer. That's good. To your seat, that is good. Okay. Yeah. All right. Others, you can drop your answer. Okay. All right. Okay. So now, because of our time, let's quickly attend to this. Now, first significant figure. Now, I can see good number of us got the answer. So that means we are doing fine. Now, first significant figure. So you count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have counted 4 significant figure. All right. So that means this is what you are writing now. Now, don't forget I said something earlier when I was doing this. Don't turn digits after the decimal points to 0. You truncate them, you throw them away. All right. So that means what I'm writing now is 489.3. But before I write 0.3, I have to look at the next digit to the last digit I have here. If it's up to 5, all right, can you see it's up to 5? So I have to increase this last digit by 1. So the answer to this is going to be 489.4. I hope you get that. Okay, so those of you that got the answer, you can put your hands together for yourself. That is good. All right, so don't forget you cannot turn these ones to 0. So if you turn them to 0 and you put 0, 0, 0, so that is incorrect. Okay, all right. So now let's look at the next one. Now you have to correct this to the nearest tenth. 489.3957 to the nearest tenth. Now we need to know the position of tenths and hundreds and thousands and 10,000. Okay, so after the decimal points, the first digit we have is at position tenths. Now followed by the next one, which is hundreds, followed by the next one, thousands, next one, 10,000, and so on. All right. So this question now wants us to correct this to the nearest tenth. So now the nearest tenth is this 3. Okay. So this is what I'm writing here. I'm writing this down to this. This is at position tenth. So don't forget, before I write the answer, I have to check the next digit to the last digits. Is it up to 5? If it is yes, so you turn this to 4. So you increase it by 1. So you have 489.4. So that is the answer. It's the same thing as it. Okay, so now the last one we have on the list, you have to correct this 489.3957 to the nearest 100. To the nearest 100. So I must know the position of 100. Now let's look at this. The position of this, the digits before the decimal points. The first digit before the decimal point is 10. Is units, sorry. We have units, okay, followed by what? Tens, followed by 100. So this is position 100. All right. The question wants us to correct to the nearest 100. So this is what I'm writing here. Don't forget I said you should turn digits before decimal points to 0. But digits after decimal points, you throw them away. Don't forget that. Always put that at the back of your mind. All right. So in that case, now this is now going to be 4. I want to write 4 and turn this to 0. But before I do that, I have to check this. Is it up to 5? Yes. It's up to 5. So that means I have to increase this by what? By 1. So I have 5. Now this will be turned to 0. So we have 0, 0. So this is the nearest 100. The nearest 100. Okay, so that is all about this question. Okay, so before I leave this session, I want to give you this. Correct this number. Correct. Try this. Correct. 899 9.945. Roman figure 1 to the nearest 10 and 2 to two significant figure. Two significant figures. Okay, so can we quickly do this one? So do this and drop your answer in the comment section. All right, everybody should be able to do this. All right, so now just follow the example I gave you now. So let's do this within a few seconds. So now let me quickly remind those of you that are joining this platform for the first time, ensure you subscribe to this channel and don't forget to tap the like button. Thank you for doing that. And don't always forget, I have a lot of videos on all of these things that we are doing, so you can always cross-check those videos I've done. All right, so cross-check and ensure that you drop a comment and also tap the like button. Thank you as you do that. Okay, so what do you have as the answer to this? The first one and the second one. The first one and the second one. Let's see what we have here. Okay, good. Yes, I can see Mayowa's answer. All right. Okay, for the first one. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, I can see Pamela's answer. Both are 900. Okay. Okay. Riscott. Number one is 9. Okay, both 902. 900. Okay. 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 Riscott, well done. All right, Raji was your answer. First one is 900. Okay, Matunrayo, I can see your answer. All right. Okay, Huba, both are 900. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now let us see. It seems every one of you have the same answer. Okay, now let's verify. Now the question asks you to correct this to the nearest tens. To the nearest tens. Now let's convert this to the nearest tens. We have 899.945. Now to the nearest tens. Now this is position units. And this is position tens. This is where we are coming. Okay? Alright, so now this is what I'm writing. But then, because this digit is before decimal point, I'm going to turn this to 0. Hope you know that. Alright, so I'm writing 890. But don't forget, before I write that, I have to check if this is up to 5. So I will increase this by 1. So when you increase this by 1, so we have 10, so this becomes 9. So that means your answer is going to be 900. Okay, so the second one, two significant figure. This is the first significant figure, this is the second significant figure. So that is where you are stopping. Alright, so now you turn this to 0, but you can see now after your first two counts, the next digit to hit is up to 5. So you turn it to 1. So you add it to this, that becomes 10. So we still have 900. So that means every one of you got the answer. That is very good. So we can move down to another aspect. Okay, so that is the first question. Now let's move down to this question. Okay, let me pick a question on the logical reasoning. So we are still coming back to approximation. So logical reasoning. So if question 2, if P is the statement even numbers are integers and Q is the statement that all integers are natural number. All integers are natural numbers. Okay, so now the question asks, and given that P implies Q is the main theorem, find Roman numeral 1 converse, 2 inverse, and 3 contrapositive. Okay, so yes, that is the question. All right, now before we solve this problem on the board, I want you to look at the two statements given in the question. We have two statements, statement P and statement Q. Okay, so now we need to verify the validity of their statements or the statements. Now we have statement P. Even numbers are integers, and statement Q is all integers are natural numbers. Okay, so now I want you to tell me what is the truth value for P and that of Q. Okay, so I want you to do that and drop your answer in the comment section, because that's the most important thing. We must be able to get that correctly before we're able to solve this. Once this is wrong, our answer here will be wrong as well. So now drop your answer. What is the truth value for P? What is the truth value for Q? All right, let's do that and let's see what we have. Yes. Okay, I think I am seeing Shotola Ajibola, you're welcome to class. Okay, you're a little bit late today. Okay, Taiwo Adiola, I can see you, you're welcome to class. We're a little bit late today as well. Okay, yes, Shotola, yes, P is what? P is false, and okay, yeah, Taiwo, P is true. All right, this time around, I think we are going to have different answers. Okay, Odesoya, P is true. Yes. Okay, Taiwo, Q is F. All right. I want others to drop the answer. Oh, Olawale Gabriel, you're welcome to class. Okay, so can you react to that question? Give us the truth value to P and Q. The question is on the board. Okay. All right. Okay, I can see Moturayo. Yeah. Okay, I can see your answer. All right. Pamilari, yes. P is true. Q is false. Darasimi, P is false. Huba, P is true. Q is false. Okay. All right. Yes. Okpeyemi, yes. Drop your answer. You're welcome to class. Raji. Okay. So now can we solve the problem together? Let's see what the answer is. Now, P is the statement even numbers are integers. Now, to get the validity of that statement, the first thing is I must know what an even numbers are. Even numbers are natural numbers. You know what natural numbers are? Natural numbers are just counting numbers. So counting numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Okay? They are whole numbers. So now even numbers are natural number, or I say they are counting numbers that are divisible by 2. So any natural numbers that are divisible by 2, they are called even numbers. Do you understand that? Okay, good. So now this statement is now saying even numbers are integers. Even numbers are integers. So I must know what integers are. Now, what is integer? Integers are whole number. Whole number. Okay? So whole number. So counting numbers are whole numbers. So that makes even numbers to be what? An integer. Alright? So even numbers are integers. That is true. So we write true for that. Okay, so those of you that said true, you can see that's correct. So now let's look at the second statement, statement Q. I think we have different answer to that. So Q is the statement all integers are natural numbers. All integers are natural numbers. Okay, so you have to think very well now to know the right answer. Though it's very simple. Okay, integers are whole numbers. So of course now we can have negative whole numbers. So like -7, -3. These are whole numbers. 7 is whole number, 1 is whole number, and so on. Okay, you get that now? So all what we have here now, they are examples of integers. But these two are example of natural numbers, because example of counting numbers. So negative numbers are not counting number. Now look at what this statement is now saying. All integers, including -7, including -3, including 0, are natural numbers. Is that true? Can that be true? No, that is not true. Because -7, -3 is 0 are not counting numbers. They are integers, but they are not counting numbers. However, don't forget, all natural numbers are integers, but not all integers are natural number. Okay, so that makes this statement now to be false. All right. Okay, so after getting this, then we can now move down to this. Now we have been given the main theorem to be P implies Q. So now, what is inverse? The first one of converse. Sorry, we have converse. Converse is changing. Once you change the position of the antecedent and consequence, okay, so that is when we have converse. So that means it's going to be what? Q implies P. Okay, so that is converse theorem. P implies Q. So we are finding converse of it, so we just have Q implies. Okay, so now what is going to be the truth value? So we have Q implies P is the same thing as Q is what? False. That's false implies Q, P, and that's true. So false implied true is what? Is true. It's true. So that is the answer to that problem. So we must understand the table of implication. Let me quickly show you, just to remind you that if you have P and Q, so P implies Q. We have true, true here, false, false, and true, false, true, false. Okay, so true implies true. We have true, false, true, true. Okay, so we have false only when true implies false, but others is going to give us true. Do you understand that now? Okay, so you must master this table very well. Alright, so now let's look at the next one. The second one, we have inverse. What's inverse? Inverse is negation of P implies negation of Q. You just negate the consequence and the duplication. Okay, so sorry, the consequence and the antecedent. Okay, so you negate them. So we have negation of P implies negation of Q. Do you understand that? So that is how to get your inverse. Okay, so here we have negation of P implies negation of Q. Gives us negation of P. P is what's true. Implies negation of Q. So that is negation of false. Okay, so now this is going to give us false implies true. Okay, because negation of false is true. Negation of true is false. So false implied true. That is going to give us what's true. So that's the answer to that. Now the last one. I want you to try the last one now. Let's see what do you have as an answer. What's going to be your answer for contrapositive? Yes. Contrapositive. Contrapositive. So that should be negation of Q. Okay, implies negation of P. So you just invert this. Okay, so if you do that, negation of Q implies negation of P. So what do you have? Okay, so if you have your answer, I want you to drop that in the comment section before I give you the answer to that. Okay. So I want to believe by now you must have dropped your answer. Okay, so let's see whether what you have is correct. So now you plug in the values of Q and P. So we have negation of what? Of false implies negation of true. So negation of false is true. Implies negation of true is false. So true implies false is going to be what? False. Okay, so that is the answer to that problem. So check if what I have here is the same thing with what you have. Okay, so now that is one question. Can we move down to another question? So this question is under approximation, that is percentage error. Percentage error. Question 3. A trader bought 4 boxes of sugar cane. Each box contains is paper. Contain with cubes. Okay, yes. See the question here. Can you all see the board? Now let's read the question together and digest the question. Now, a trader bought 4 boxes of sugar cube. Each box is expected to contain 30 cubes. Now, but the boxes bought by trader contain 25, 20, 28, and 27 cubes in each box. So find the average percentage error in each box. Now, if each box is naira, find the amount the trader was cheated. Okay, so that's the question. Now, before we solve this problem, if you have not subscribed to this channel, so I will encourage you to subscribe, and also don't forget to tap the like button. Thank you for doing that. Okay, good. So I want to believe we can all see the board clearly. All right. Can we all see the board clearly? Yeah. Okay. So now we have in each of the boxes. Now each box. Now let's go through it again. A trader bought 4 boxes of sugar cube. Now each box is expected to contain 30 cubes. So that is, in each of the box we are expected to see 30 cubes. But unfortunately, when the man bought 4 boxes of sugar cube, now what he has in each box is 25. We have 25 cubes in a box. We have 20 cubes. We have 28, and we also have what? 27. So now, what we are going to do now is to find the average of the cube in a box. So how do we do that? We add all of these together, okay, so that we know the average of sugar that is going to be in a box. All right, now let's do that. So average sugar cube in a box. Okay, so now that is going to be what? Now let's add this. 25 plus 20 plus 28, and the last one plus 27. Everything divided by 4. Okay, so what do we have? When you add, this is 45, so, and then 45 plus that, so we have 100. So we have 100. Everything over 4. So, and that is going to give us 25 cubes. Okay, so that means in each of the boxes that the trader bought, we have 25 cubes in each of the box. Okay, so each box contains 25 cubes. All right, so now the question wants us to get the percentage error. You can see the difference. Now what we are expected to have in each box is what? 30. So but now on the average each box contains 25 cubes. So that means that the error in the number of cubes that's supposed to be in each box is going to be error is going to be 25 minus 30, and that gives us minus 5 cubes. Okay, so now it is minus because it has been reduced by 5 cubes. We understand now, though the negative is immaterial. Okay, so even if I have 30 minus 25, it's still correct. Okay, so now we have minus 25 cubes. All right, so now to get the percentage error, so percentage error is what? We have error over actual actual value times 100%. So that means in place of this error, we put -5. So that means error is -5. What is the actual number of cubes that should be in a box? That is 30. So we have 30 here. So that will be times 100%. Okay, can we reduce now? So this, we cancel this. So we have -50 over 3%. So we can simplify that. So what do we have when you simplify? So 3 goes in 5, that is 1. Okay, so that remains 2. Okay, so 3 goes in 20. So because you put that 2 beside 0, that is 20. So 3 goes in 20. That is what? That is 6. It remains 2. So you have your point. So you put 0 at the back of the remainder, which is 2. So you're having 6, 6, 6, and so on. So you can have 7%. So now the percentage error is -16.67%. So that is the first part of the question. So I want to believe you all get that. Good. So now the second part now is if each box contains or costs 50 naira. Each of the box costs 50 naira. So you have to find the amount the trader was cheated. Okay, so how do we go about that? So now to answer this question, now we need to get the fraction of the amount cheated. Now the man was cheated by 5. Do you understand now? By 5. Was cheated by 5. In each of the box was cheated by 5. So now, so that means percentage error, we have done that. So which we have, that is -16.678. Now let's take note of that. Okay, so the amount cheated now, the amount cheated is going to be the fraction that is being cheated. Now what's the fraction? That is 5 over the total number of cube that must be in a box. And how many is that? That's 30. So we have 30. Okay, all right. So now, so we are supposed to have this. So it was cheated by this. So this is the fraction. So times the amount. What is the amount for each of the box? So we have 50 naira. So, and then don't forget, this one is just the amount cheated for just only one box. But we have 4 boxes there. So that means we multiply this by 4. I hope you understand that. Okay, good. So if you get that, so we can then simplify this. So now let's simplify this. We have this, we cancel this. So we have 25. 5 times 5 is 25 over 3 times 4. Okay, so if you do that, you have what? That's 100 over 3. So you have 100 over 3, 100 over 3. So can we divide now? So now 3 goes in 10, that is 3. Now it's going to remain 1. Now 3 goes in 10, so that is going to be 3 again. Okay, it remains 1. That's 0.33. Okay, so it must be into DP. All right, so that means the answer now is going to be 33 naira 33 kobo. So the man or the trader was cheated by this amount of money. All right, so I want to believe you all understand this. Okay, good. So now let's move down to another interesting question under approximation. So I want to believe you are learning. So don't forget, as you are learning, ensure you share this video with your friends. Let's have good number of students on this platform. And don't forget, if you have not tapped the like button, ensure you do that now. Okay, so if you are new on this channel, ensure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you for doing that. Okay, um now let's look at this question under approximation. Question 4. Diameter of a circle was measured by a student at 12 centimeter instead of 14 centimeter. He used this measurements to calculate the area, the perimeter and the area of the circle. Calculates the percentage error in Roman numeral 1 perimeter, Roman numeral 2 area of the circle. Pi, with pi to be equals to 22/7. Okay, yes, this is another interesting question. So I want to believe we can all see the board. Can we all see the board? Okay. Okay. Can we see the board? Can we all see the board? Okay. All right, now let's look at the problem together. Now, the diameter of a circle was measured by a student as 15 centimeter instead of 14 centimeter. So he uses this measurement to calculate the perimeter and area of the circle. Now calculate the percentage error in perimeter and the area of the circle. Take pi to be 22/7. So how do we solve this problem? Now, the first thing is to understand what the student is doing. Now, the student is expected to take a measurement of 14 centimeter for the diameter of a circle, but
the student measured 15 centimeters. So the student had made a mistake. All right. So what mistake did he make? So he has reduced this, or he has increased this by 1 centimeter. All right. So we have error in diameter now. Will be what? Error in diameter will be 15 centimeter minus 14 centimeter. That's 1 centimeter. That's error in diameter. Can you see that? Okay, good. So now we have that area, or let's start with the perimeter, because what we have here is the perimeter. Let's see the perimeter of the circle calculated by the students. Now, what is the actual perimeter? Actual perimeter of the circle, that is 2 pi r. Okay, actual perimeter. So now this is what? The diameter. Don't forget, radius is the same thing as diameter divided by 2. So now the radius now is going to be 7. So r is 14/2, and that's 7 centimeters. So that's the radius. So to get the actual perimeter of the circle, so that gives you what? 2 times 22/7 times 7. All right. So now 7 cancels 7. So we have 44 centimeter. So this is the perimeter of the circle, and this is the actual perimeter. Now look at the student now that have shoot ahead by 1 in diameter. So that means that the second radius, let's see, estimated perimeter. Let's do that. Estimated perimeter, which is also pi r. And let's represent that with capital letter R. So R will be what? 15/2. Can you see that now? 15/2. Okay, so now let us now plug that into the formula. So we have 2 times 22/7 times R is 15/2. Okay, so you can simply do this. So when you do that, so what do we have as the answer? So we have 22 times 15 divided by 7. Okay, so that is 47.14, and that is going to be in centimeter. Okay, so error in perimeter now is what? Error in perimeter. So it's going to be the estimated as 49.14 minus 44. So, and that gives you what? That is going to give you what? That's 3.14 centimeters. So this is going to be the error. So we can now go ahead and find the percentage error. So what's going to be the percentage error? So percentage error in perimeter, now is what? Error, that's 3.14 over the actual perimeter. What's the actual perimeter? 44 times 100%. Okay, so, and that is the same thing as 314/44%. So when you divide this, what do you have? You're supposed to have a decimal number, so 3 114 divided by 44. Okay, so what do you have? You have 71 or no 7.1314%. So that is what we have. So this is the answer to the problem. I hope you understand that. So this is the percentage error in perimeter of the circle. We have 7.14%. Good. So now let's look at the second part of the question. You have to find the percentage error in area of the cube. Okay, so let's start with that. The first thing to do is to find the actual area of the circle. So actual area, that's pi r square, area of the circle, pi r square. Okay, so that gives us 22/7 times the radius is what? Is 7. We have 7 times 7. Okay, so this cancels this. So we have that's 4, 14, 14. So centimeter square. So that's what we have. Okay, so that is the actual area. Okay, so now let's look at the estimated area. Okay, can you try that? Now do the estimated area and let me see what you have. So I'm not going to do that for you. Do it and drop your answer in the comment section. So we now do it together. So what do you have as the estimated area? Don't forget that the estimated diameter is 15. Estimated diameter is 15 centimeter. Okay, I've cleaned that here. So estimated diameter is 15 centimeters. So now can you get the estimated area? So I've gotten the actual area. So what's going to be the estimated area? Now you can see the formula for finding area of a circle. Okay, good. So while you are doing that, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel and you are new in this channel, please make sure you do that. Okay, and don't forget to tap the like button. All right, so what is going to be the estimated area? So if you have your answer, drop in the comment section, because in few seconds now we're going to solve the problem together. All right, so if you have an answer to that, you drop. Okay, so Ajibola, I can see 176.78. Okay, so let's wait for others. Let's wait for Aishat Merinet. I can see you. Pamela, I can see you. We are waiting for your answer. Okay, and who else is there? Riscott is there. Uba, let's wait for your answer. Okay, and others. Who else is here? Okay, Moturayo, drop your answer in the comment section. Let's see. What do you have, Raji? What do you have for that? Okay. Okay, Nwaru. Oh, you're welcome to class. Yes. What do you have? Okay. Now I can see Olorun Fumi. Yes, 176.786. Okay, centimeter square. All right. Okay. Yeah. Moturayo, what's your answer? Okay. Okay, I can see Olorun Fumi's answer. Okay. All right, because of our time, let's quickly do that together. So let's see if that is correct. for those of you that did it. All right, now let's do it here. So the diameter is 15, so that means the radius is going to be what? 15/2 centimeter. So that's going to give us the radius. So estimated area is 22/7, because we have that pi r square. 22/7 times r, that is 15/2 times 15/2. Okay, you can simply reduce this one to this while we have this. So now we have 15 squared times 11 divided by 14. So what do we have? Yes, we have 176.79 centimeter square. Okay, so area is always in unit square. So can we now find the error in area now? So error in area is what? Okay, so we take away that. So what do we have? 154. So error in area is 22.79 centimeter square. Okay, so that's what we have. So that is error in area. So now we can now calculate the percentage error in area. So percentage error in area will be error 22.79 over the actual area. What is the actual area? So we have it 154 times 100%. Okay, so that's the same thing as 2279 over 154%. So when you divide this, what do you have? 100. Okay, so divide by 100. So what you have is 14.80%. So 14.80%. So that is what you have as percentage error in area of the circle. So I want to believe you all get this. All right. So I'm going to be stopping here today. I want to believe you guys have learned one or two things. So I'm so excited that you are here for this class. And those of you that waited till the end of the class, yeah, thank you very much. And just like I used to tell you immediately after the class, that don't stop practicing. The more you practice, the better you become. You cannot see a good mathematician that have not created time for practicing. So you must do continuous practicing. So as you do it, you become better. So make sure that you don't stop solving problems. So after this class, I want you to look for if there's a particular topic you want me to work on, so you can always drop that in the comment section. So anytime I'm free to do that, I'm going to teach the topic online. Okay, so we are going to be ending the class now. So I want you guys to keep on practicing and make mathematics your friend. Okay, and when you do that, you will see that you can easily work with problems conveniently. All right, thank you very much. Bye bye.